Hi, I'm Tanya, and I'm here to give you some tips on your phone interview. Well, first off, congratulations, you've landed a phone interview. These are used for a variety of reasons, sometimes due to the proximity of the employer and sometimes due to time restrictions. If an employer gets a large number of resumes for a specific position, they may choose to do quick phone interviews to narrow down that list. But regardless, you've landed a phone interview. Take the same amount of time to prepare for this phone interview as you would for any other kind of interview, because the less preparation you do, that short amount of time that you have to impress them, it'll definitely show. First off, start off by brainstorming. Come up with some questions for the interviewers that you want to ask them during the interview. Also, come up with some accomplishments that you've had over your career and some situations you've worked through. Write these down, have these in front of you. A nice perk about a phone interview is they can't tell how many sheets of paper you have in front of you for notes. Also, have a copy of your resume. A lot of times, the person conducting the interview is going to ask you and say, "Oh, I see on your resume," and you're going to say, "Oh, I got to remember what it said." So that way you'll have a good reference point. Have a pen and paper handy and a lot of sheets of paper. Again, you can take as many notes as you want. You can scribble, you can doodle, whatever you want. But make sure that you take notes along the way and write down some questions in case, you think of something but they're still talking. Don't interrupt them. You can ask that question later. Research the organization and who's going to interview you. LinkedIn is a great tool. You may have some person that you're connected through that you can say, "Hey, by the way, I know this person that you know as well." And it's always a great connection to bring up during an interview. Also, make sure you allow enough time for an interview. You don't want to rush someone off the phone. If you have a 20-minute break, it's probably not going to suffice. Expect a lot more time than you actually are going to need. Make sure if you're going to do your interview on a cell phone, you have good reception and your battery is charged. Any interruptions or disruptions are going to be definitely negatively looked upon. Make sure there's no noise or any people walking in and out of the room, any dogs barking in the background. They're not going to like that. Smile and stand up when you're talking. When you're sitting, you tend to slouch, and that really affects your voice. Your voice is all you have to impress them at this point. And in the end, ask questions. Those questions that you wrote along the way and in the beginning, now's your time to ask them if you didn't get the answers to them in the beginning. Also, reiterate why you. Point that out at the end so that you leave on a good note. And ask for contact information, because just like any other interview, you need to send some thank yous. Good luck on your phone interview, and hope you land that perfect job.